For anyone applying to the radiology program, or you're already in it and you're nervous about physics, specifically the math portion, this video is for you. First off, I'm not a teacher. I just finished my first semester and the second semester starts at the end of this month, January 2025. I'm just a humble student who got a 4.0 her first semester. Let me have my moment. This is gonna be a 4-part series on the direct and inverse square law. So direct square law, what is it? It's used to maintain exposure when distance changes. So that's referring to the distance between the bucket and the tube, which is also referred to as SID, your source to image distance. Now with inverse square law, and there's no way I was gonna do this in one video, so I wrote it down. Inverse square law, what it is, it states that the intensity of the radiation is inversely proportional, which means it's the opposite, to the distance from the source. This means that between the bucket and the tube, as the distance between them gets greater, the exposure to the bucket decreases, and then the opposite. So if you decrease the distance, exposure increases. As a recap, direct square law shows you how to maintain exposure when the distance between the bucket and the tube changes. Inverse square law is simply showing the different exposure levels at different distances. The purpose is to understand radiation safety. This video ended up being longer than I thought, so I'm going to split it into two, and for editing purposes, I'm going to label it as 1.5 because my other videos I say part 2, part 3, part 4, so next video will be 1.5. I'll be visually demonstrating what the direct and inverse square law look like, whereas I just verbally explained what it was.